Hi everyone, my name is Monique.
And I'm Naveen from Before You Play.
And today we're going to be doing a two-player playthrough of Maglev Metro featuring one of the new expansion maps from Volume 2, which is currently on Kickstarter.
Yes, this game is designed by Ted Alspach and published by Bezier Games, who are helping sponsor this playthrough. Now, in this game, we are in the future and we are trying to build out track and establish our rail lines so we can use robots to help us pick up and deliver commuters to their destinations.
That's right. This is a pick up and deliver game for 1 to 4 players that was originally released in 2021. And so we actually have another playthrough video of the base game on the Watch It Played channel. So if you'd like to check that out, we've included a link to that video below. And so today we are going to be playing the game again, but on one of the new expansion maps that are in Volume 2 called Barcelona. And so as per usual, we are going to start with a very quick overview of how the base game is played, but we're not going to go into specific details. So if you'd like to watch a full thorough tutorial video for it, Rodney from Watch It Played has made a tutorial video, which we've also linked in the description below. Then we'll follow it up with a full 2-player playthrough. So if you'd like to jump around, we'll include timestamps in the description below as well.
Now, if you are interested in this game, this is in retail. Like Monique said, it came out back in 2021. The expansion maps and some of the other content is on Kickstarter currently. So if you are interested in the campaign, there's a link in the description, which you can check out. And lastly, if you like these kind of videos and you want to see more in the future, please consider subscribing.
And with that, we are ready to begin. So if you please direct your attention to the center of the table, we're all set up here for a 2-player game of Maglev Metro. Welcome to Barcelona. Now, like we were mentioning, in Maglev Metro, players are using magnetic levitation as well as the assistance of robots in order to build track and move our trains around from various stations, picking up passengers and dropping them off at their different destinations so that we can score points for the various commuters and bonus cards that are in the game.
We're also going to be picking up and delivering various robots to the different destinations in order to engine build and make our actions better.
Now, since its release, they've released 2 different expansion packs of maps in which the base game remains the same, but there are some little rules variations that make it specific to the map. And so Barcelona specifically is a bit of a wider map where all of the stations are already on the main board. In the base game, some of these stations start off the board and you'll have to build them first.
Yep.
But in this one, we have them all right from the get-go. There are also some additional new rules with this map, which we'll go over in a second. Now, if you've never played the base game of Maglev Metro before, in general, there are 2 different types of passengers. We have robots, which are gold, bronze, and silver, all sort of laid out amongst the stations. And we have commuters, and commuters come in these 4 different colors, which are going to be very important because they are the main ways in which you score points.
But at the beginning of the game, you're only allowed to pick up robots, and over the course of the game, you're going to have to unlock the ability to pick up these various types of commuters.
In addition, during setup, each player is given a hand of bonus cards, and these are also going to help drive your decisions throughout the game, because at the end of the game, you'll be able to score up to 4 of them, but similar to the commuters, you'll have to unlock the additional bonus cards in order for you to score them.
Yeah, so at the beginning of the game, you have 4 cards. You're only allowed to technically score 1 of them.
Yes.
So if you want to score all 4, you better unlock these 3 sections.
Now, the way that the game works is starting with the first player and going clockwise. At the start of the game, on your turn, you can take 2 actions. And all of the different actions in the game are laid out here in this middle column. In general, actions are going to include the ability to build track. And when doing so, each player has their own stack of track that you can only pull from. And they must always be built at the ends of your line. And so at the start of the game, players will start on one of these stations, which means you can only build from that station. So this is me building 1 unit of track, and then maybe I'll use this to build another, although that probably won't work because that's not connecting properly. So you have to be very cautious of which tracks you use because you are very limited in these. And building 1 piece of track is considered to be 1 unit. And that's important because the way that these actions works is you can perform up to 4 units per action, which means if I have robots covered all the way to the right space here, then I can build 4 pieces of track just using 1 action. But like we were sort of alluding to, this is an engine building game in the sense that in order for you to make your action stronger, you'll need to actually pick up and drop off these robots. And they have to be the same color as the matching space. So right now, with this robot positioned in this spot here, I can build out 2 units of track for 1 action. And that's generally how building tracks works. Now, like I was mentioning, it always has to be from either end of your track. So in the future, if I were to build track again, I can only build either another track connecting to this station, and each player can only have at max 2 tracks connecting to a single station, or I can continue this other end of this track, leaving from this station.
And similarly, taking the track action allows you to break track, so you can remove a track from either end.
Yes, and it costs the same amount of units. Now, there are additional rules in the base game that have to do with rivers, but because there are no rivers on our map, then we'll just skip that today. And if you've never played this game before, just so you have a visual here, players can actually build track over the same space because the way that our pieces sort of are built, well, let's do one that's very similar. If you look at this hex, when our pieces overlap, they actually stagger, so that you can still see both player colors, because players can still build over the same space. In addition to building track, we can also move, and that's literally moving our train from station to station. So for one unit, I can move from this station to this one. But an important rule to consider is your train is always moving in one direction and can never turn around until you've either reached the very end of your line, or if you take the reverse train action, which is at the bottom here.
And of course, if you do not have a robot in there, you're not allowed to take this action.
Right, so we're not going to have a robot here to start the game if we don't choose to place one, whereas a lot of the other base actions here have one base built-in robot already there.
And for movement, you'll never stop on a track. You will go actually from one station to the next.
Right, and the reason why you're doing this, again, is so that you can pick up passengers and deliver them. So that is the next few actions here. They're actually different. We have capacity, pickup, and drop off. Capacity is the number of passengers your train can hold at any given moment, which might be different from the number of passengers you can actually pick up at once, and different from how many you can drop off. So right now, my capacity is only one passenger, but I have the ability to pick up two of them. If I were to take the pickup action, I'm only going to be able to pick up one because my train can only hold one.
One capacity.
Whereas if it were the other way around, then I could, for one action, pick up a passenger, which maybe I would pick up this one. And then for another action, pick up a second passenger, and they would sit in your train right here. But this is actually a bad example of a station because I'm not actually allowed to pick up these passengers just yet because they are the colors that are locked.
Again, the robots are the gold, the bronze, and the silver.
Yes, and these are screen printed. I don't think in the base game they were. Now, once you have passengers in your train, you're going to want to deliver them to their destination stations, which are the stations that are matching their color. So right now I have a bronze robot in my train, which means I want to take them to one of the two labs that are on the board, probably this one.
Yep.
So in a future turn, one thing that I didn't mention is if you are already at the end of your line and you go to move, then that is an exception that would turn your train around. And in this case, if I were to move again, I could take that move action to then drop off this robot. And once you drop them off at their destination station, then it actually goes onto your player board. And this is how you make your action stronger. So maybe now that I have a capacity of 2, I'd like to be able to pick up for 2 just to make that way more efficient. So then maybe I would place that robot there. And now my engine has just become more efficient. But something to consider is now, from now on, if I want to make that pickup action stronger, I can only place bronze robots there.
Yeah, the first column that you see in all the different actions has kind of a rainbow symbol. You have silver, gold, bronze, but afterwards, action 2 or meeple 2 and 3 basically have a designated color that needs to go there.
And you can move these robots around. They're not completely fixed, but you just have to take the adjust action. So at its base, you can do it for 1 unit, but you can make that stronger as well. Other actions include the refill station action, which allows you to draw new passengers from the bag and place them on the station that you are currently at. And there's also the build station, which in the base game, like I was mentioning, some of these stations start off the board, and this will allow you to build them onto the board. But because our stations are all on the board in Barcelona, we're going to be ignoring that action for this game. And that is generally how the game works. Now, as for these other 4 areas here, you do have the ability to increase the number of actions that you can take on your turn, up to a maximum of 5, but you have to complete each row with the designated passengers. So basically, if you're filling your robots in this top row here, then that's fewer robots that you're actually placing to make your actions sweeter.
Which, of course, is the decisions that you're going to have to make in the game.
Right. And if you'd like to unlock the ability to pick up the various commuters, then you have to assign robots to this area as well. And as soon as you've completed a column, then you unlock that color, and you can now pick them up and deliver them just like regular robots. But commuters are placed on their designated color spaces on the board, which is going to be to help you take extra actions or to help you score points in this area as well as this area here. At the end of the game, for each column that you've completed, you score 1 victory point for each of that color commuter that is on your board. And those are bonus points. So at the end of the game, each player will score a certain base amount of points for that commuter already. But let's just say, for example, you have delivered a ton of the pink commuter, then you will want to complete that column. And for each row you've completed, you score plus 1 additional victory point per link that you've made on the board. So you're going to really want to cater this depending on how you've been playing throughout the game.
Yeah, and a link would be a route from one station to the next. So Monique right now has 1 link.
Yes, and the bottom one here, like we were mentioning earlier, gives you the ability to score additional bonus victory points in excess of 1. So you can score up to 4 of them. But that is generally how you play the base game of Maglev Metro. Now, as for the Barcelona map, the base game rules have largely remained the same,
Yes,
with the exception of the fact that all of the stations are on the board. However, with the Barcelona map, we have the ability to close stations. So this is not a part of the base game. And so essentially, as soon as a station has no more passengers on it, because we've picked them all up, then it closes. And so at that point, we would flip over the station. And the player who closes that station gets to take one of these extensions. These unit extensions are placed onto your board so that now you have a permanent second meeple in that spot, and you can increase up to 5 units per action. But you have to place it in the row that matches the base meeple there. So because this is a gold one, I placed it next to the gold move action. And another thing to consider is they are all wild spaces. So unlike the other spaces here that requires a specific color after the first placement, these are all wild, which is really nice.
Wild robots, yes.
Now, once a station is closed, it still acts as a regular station, with the exception that you cannot drop off passengers there because it doesn't really have a color on it. And you can still refill there, but any color can exist on that station because typically when you refill at a different station, you cannot place the same colored passengers at that station, which makes sense, right? Because you're trying to drop them off there. Here, any color of passenger can exist. After saying that, I'm realizing that there are a few passengers that are incorrectly placed, so we will just be resetting this before we start. Now, each type of station can only be closed once. So there are 7 of these, and there are 7 different colors of stations, so we just have to keep that in mind. And the last thing is specifically for this map, the game end is triggered as soon as no commuters are on any of the stations. So there can still be passengers in the bag, but the commuters, which are specifically these 4 colors, cannot be on any of the stations at the end of a player's turn. And once the game end is triggered, we finish the current round so that players have the equal number of turns, and then we play 1 more round, and then we go into final scoring. But that's essentially it. That is everything that you need to know in order for us to get started. So we're just going to go ahead and get cleaned up, and we'll get started with our playthrough.
Okay, we are all set up. We are ready to go. Now, there was some pre-setup, which we'll talk about in a second, but we each drafted one of the various different endgame scoring cards. So as of right now in the game, you can only score one of these 4, so you have to unlock the ability to score the other 3.
Yes.
So Monique was determined first player, so that means I was able to put out my train first and pick up my very first passenger.
Right. There was some pre-setup here. And by the way, the 4 different bonus cards pertain to different things, such as how you build your track, how you fill in passengers on your board, etc. Now, in reverse turn order, as a part of setup, Naveen got to place out his train first, and I believe you chose this station.
So I'm like the orange color here, the orangish red. Monique is going to be blue, so I chose to place here, and then I took one of the robots that were depicted on that location.
Yes, because as a part of setup, you can take any of the robots that are there, even if you haven't unlocked that color passenger yet. In addition, you'd also get one of each of the 3 robot colors to also place on your board. So I believe we have just all robots. Neither of us chose a commuter.
Nope.
And I start with my train on this station.
Okay, and we also got to pre-populate our board with the 4 robots that we just acquired.
Yes.
And it looks like we have a very similar idea. We both said track, capacity, pickup, and we want those coveted extra actions.
Yes. So this is a robot that's really not doing anything for us
Not
right
yet,
now.
no.
But hopefully we can start getting going with action number 3 as soon as possible. All right, are you ready to begin?
Ready.
Okay, so we have our tracks off screen, by the way. We haven't forgotten them. And I'm going to go ahead and take the first turn. So again, on your turn at the start of the game, you have 2 actions. Not very many, but also sort of enough, I suppose. So for my first action, I am going to build track. And since I have this second robot here, I can build 2 units of track for this one action.
Okay.
So for the first unit, I'm going to place this here. Does that go?
That looks good.
Okay, I'm basically connecting this station to this one. So now I have a connection here of a link. And for my second unit, now that I'm connected to this station, I can only either branch from this station or the second one from this one.
Right.
And that would be the only track that I can build out of this station because you can only have at most 2 tracks leaving the same station.
Yeah,
so I'm going to do that.
Monique can no longer build here or here going into this station
Right.
because she already has 2 connections in.
So that is action number 1. For action number 2, I'm going to I can pick up 2 passengers here, but I also can't because I'm not legally allowed to pick these up. So I'm going to pick up just the one. This is a gold passenger robot.
Very good.
So just in case it's hard to see in the top down, that's going to be for this station here. All right, those are my 2 actions. So now it's you, Naveen.
Okay, so I also definitely need to pick up as well as build out some track very similarly. So
We're just getting started.
We're just getting started, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and build out a track like this.
Okay.
So that's 1, and I have a capacity of 2. And the next one I'm going to put out is going to be a nice little bendy.
Nice.
Like that. 1, 2. So that's action 1. Action 2 is going to be picking up. Now, this is a lab, so this one wants the kind of copper robot. So I'm going to pick up the silver and the copper one here. So my pickup is 2.
Yes.
And my capacity to carry is also 2.
Yes,
So
it's very important.
1, 2, just like that. So that's legal.
And if you ever lose capacity when you're already holding a certain amount of passengers, then you would just drop them so that you're actually meeting your capacity.
You kick them off the train.
You kick them off the train, and they get dropped off into the station, and it does not count as a drop-off, actually. They literally just get booted out of your train. All right, so those are your 2 actions.
That was it.
So now it is back to me, and I am going to move. I can only move 1 station.
Okay.
I'm facing this direction, so I'm going to go whoop across the magnetic rail and move into that station right there.
Okay.
And then, of course, for my second action, I'm going to drop off. And I can only drop off 1 robot here, which is fine. That's the only one I'm holding. So now that I've dropped off a gold station, I can now place it on my board. Let's just get that extra action as early as possible.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, now it's back to you.
Okay, so it's time for me to move. Now I only have a 1 space move, which is perfectly fine because I'm going to move here.
Okay.
And now the copper is in the lab, which is exactly the color that it needs to be. So now I can take this and I'm going to... Gold is going to be hard for me to come by. I'm realizing where I am because the gold is out here and here.
Yeah.
That is far. So
Yeah,
the
I
only way to
kinda
get back is
started in
this way.
I started in a triangle of robots.
You did, yeah. So I'm committed also to going this way. I can't just hightail it back to pick up this
Because you
gold.
built out that second track.
It's
exactly.
true. But that's okay.
Is okay.
Let's go ahead. I have to commit to this. If I dedicated 1 robot here, I have to keep going. I'm halfway
Yeah.
there.
There you go. You're
And I'm
vibing.
holding a silver right there. So that yeah, I'm vibing, yeah. So I moved, I dropped off.
Okay. All right. So then it is back to me. I am at this station. For my first action, I'm going to pick up. Now I can fully use the full capacity of my train, which is 2, because there are these 2 sweet, sweet robots. It's a silver and a bronze. And now that I have reached the end of my line, my legal line, technically, I'm going to move, which automatically reverses my train. So I don't have to take the reverse action to do that. And I'm going to move back to this factory over here. Now, I cannot drop off quite yet because I only have 2 actions, but at least I'm ready.
Yeah.
So now it's back to you.
Oh wow, that's everybody you need for the extra action?
No. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that. Thank you.
Dang. Okay, I'm gonna keep chugging along. We're gonna move. So we're moving
Okay.
this way along this track. Now I'm at my dead end here. So I'm gonna move and I'm gonna pick up this silver.
Okay.
I got 2 silvers coming in. So that's it. 1, 2.
All right. So back to me. My first action, I'm going to drop off the single silver, bloop, and that robot will get placed in that extra action spot.
Yep.
And for my second action, I'm going to build track again. So 2 units. Let's go ahead and finish out this connection, which is great because when I move again, I will be forced to continue down this way.
Yeah.
I think that's right?
Yeah, looks good.
Okay. And then I might as well continue on the other end here and go this way.
Yeah, that's good.
So now I've got a straightaway to that spot. All right. Those are my 2 actions.
And by the way, during the quick teach, when we were discussing move, you are only allowed to move on your own track. So even though Monique might be building out some track, I can't use it and vice versa.
Right.
I had first dibs. I should have started in this triangle over here. I like what you did here.
This is actually a nice little trifecta here. Even
loop.
though Naveen had first priority, we could have started in the same sort of section, just on different stations.
Yeah.
So, maybe, this is going to be nice for you in the later game.
I have 2 silver coming into a silver soon, so it's going to work out. I'm going to lay some track.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and just get this 1 track in here.
Okay.
So it's one of my 2. Do I just complete a loop here?
You can technically do that. It's just that if you want to build out track again, you will have to break a piece of.
Yep.
You're going to be wasting actions.
Not what I want to
breaking
do.
up your track.
And so the second track I'm going to lay out so I don't create a problem by getting in and out is I'm going to take the long route.
Okay.
Let's just do something like that. Well, let's just do something like this instead.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So that is that action. So that was track build. And now I'm going to go ahead and move. So we're going to just slide myself over here. And now it's back to you.
All right. For my first action, I'm going to move. This is probably something that we already knew was happening here.
Moving.
I'm going to move. Second action, I'm going to drop off. So I'm dropping off just the 1. It's bronze to bronze.
Yep.
And now I have an extra action unlocked, which I can use right now.
Right away. Yeah.
So I'm going to use my third action to pick up. And I can pick up 2. So I'm going to pick up a
Silver and gold.
silver and gold.
Oh, you're just going to be running that route until it's no longer feasible.
We shall see. Well, actually, this isn't turned
You're
around
supposed to
just
stay
yet.
there,
You
yeah.
stay there.
Because just in case she builds out track before she moves,
Right.
then she has to continue that way. Okay, unfortunately, I have 2 silver, but I can only drop off 1 at a time. So that's kind of stinky. So we're going to drop off 1 action, 1 silver, and I'm going to go ahead and plop it in here. I just need to get myself a gold, and I can feel better about myself.
About yourself.
Yeah. Second one, though, is I'm going to drop off again because I'm here now. So silver goes out.
Okay.
And maybe I do want the ability to drop off 2 at a given time.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Very nice. Done?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to move. So I will turn around now and move back to this silver factory here.
Okay.
And I'm going to drop off. So that's action 1 and 2.
Okay.
And now where do I put this? It's not a simple decision now that this is filled. It's interesting because I am dropping off a silver and then a gold.
Yep.
And so if I even wanted to unlock a passenger color, that combination doesn't exist.
Not there.
So I'm going to place it on move so that I can move
Faster.
Yeah. So that was action 1 and 2. It was move, drop off, and I'm just going to move again. And I'm just going to move 1 space.
Not 2.
Not 2.
Okay. Yeah, because you want to drop off that gold eventually.
Yes. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, back to you.
All right, very good. Well, I have nothing, so we're going to have to move. So
have
we're
nothing.
moving. We're moving.
Okay.
And then we are going to pick up these 2 gold. These are gold.
Yeah.
2 gold. Come
2
to
gold.
Me. Come to me.
So it's interesting because you start off very you have to really build up.
You do.
have to really build
Yeah.
up early, but as soon as you start building up, then things start progressing quicker.
Yep.
All right. So now it's back to me. Where are you going to go to drop off that gold? Oh, you could build out this way.
I could.
That might be faster for you. I mean, you have way more track than I do.
I mean,
right
there's cut in, and that's it. It's done.
That's true.
Yeah.
That only requires 2 track. All right. Well, action 1. Let's drop this feller off. This is gold, and I'm actually going to place it on capacity, which is I don't know if that's strange, but
No, that's good.
that was action 1, right? Drop off.
Yeah. So that capacity is that gold underneath, or
This is
capacity is that wild?
is all wild.
I see.
All wild robots.
Makes sense.
So, yeah, I'll place it there, and then I'm going to move again for my second action.
You're gonna pick up the gang.
And for my third action, I'm going to pick up. So I can only pick up 2,
Oh yeah.
but maybe on my next action, I can start by picking up again
Yeah.
to pick up. Oh, there's 4 in there.
There's 4 in there. It's too hard. You can adjust.
I can adjust. I'm going to take that action instead.
Okay.
So I'm going to adjust. And the way that adjusting works is, this is the first time that we're doing this game, is depending on the number of units you have here, you remove that many robots from your board,
Yep.
and then you place them back on. So you can rearrange sort of in that way. I only have 1 here, which means I can only
Pluck one off.
I can only pluck 1 off and move it somewhere else. So I think it's going to probably be a while until I build track again.
Yeah, that's
So I'm just
exactly what I
gonna
would
move
do. I would do that.
that robot here. Fortunately, capacity is all wild.
So you can take 1 action to pick up 2, 1 action to pick the other 2. So
Yes.
you'd have all 4 on
I would
your
have
train.
all 4.
That's bad.
I am robot selfish.
It's going to take you a long time to drop them off, but
all the robots. It
only
is
have
going
one
to take
drop-off,
some
but
time.
that's good.
But
That's
it's
good.
worth the time.
yeah.
It's good use time.
Was that all 3?
That was it. So
Okay.
that was I think, right? Drop off, move, and then adjust. So
Yes.
now it's back to you.
Okay, so if I want these gold to get to that gold station over there, we're gonna have to build out some track. So I still have the 2 capacity. So let's just go ahead and build real quick, nice and tight. 1 here.
Okay.
Can I get there? 1, and then I'm gonna go. Let's do this. 1, 2.
Boom.
Real simple, real
That's
easy.
action 1.
Action 1, and then action 2 is going to be to unfortunately. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go. To that one over there.
You have just the one move.
Yeah.
Whatever gets you there, though, right?
Thanks. Yeah.
Your
whatever.
magnets need some work.
Yeah. All right, move.
Okay.
Single move. There we go.
Move. All right, so now it's back to me for 3 actions again, and I did all that work.
So pick up,
I'm
pick
gonna
up.
pick up. So those are my first 2
1, 2.
actions. So I'm just gonna grab
grab 'em.
these all since they're a little bit far away from me right now. All right, so now I have my full train
Yeah.
of
Look at that.
robots. They're so cute in there, actually. So I did pick up, and then for my 3rd action, I'm going to move just 1
Single move.
space just to prepare myself.
All right.
All right.
We're gonna have a meeting of the competing companies. By the way, I'm American Metro. You're
Oh,
Coaster
I'm
2.0.
Coaster 2.0.
Yeah. So we're gonna move
Okay,
our single move.
we're gonna hang out.
Hello.
Hi.
All right, and then I can do a double drop off.
Okay,
Oh my gosh! So now we have double gold.
double gold.
So now I've unlocked extra action.
Nice.
And I think speed is very important right now at this point. So
Okay.
I'm going to need to do that. So I need to get around because I was not happy about that.
Okay.
What kind of commuters are here? Is there nothing of solid use?
I've used them all. I've robbed the area of robots.
did rob the area of
So
robots. Man, you really did.
you do get your 3rd action immediately.
I do,
though.
yeah. So you know what? Instead of putting this on move, I'm actually going to put it on capacity.
Oh, okay.
I want to increase my capacity just for a second.
Okay.
Okay, and then now for my last action, which is the extra 3rd action, I'm going to go ahead and continue to build some track. So
Oh.
let's build a track here.
Oh, okay. We're crisscrossing.
We're doing a little bendage. 2. And then now I gotta find one that'll just lead right into there eventually. So
Eventually.
that's 1, 2.
Done?
Yes, that looks it.
All right, so then it is back to me. And you know what? I'm just realizing now. We needed to close this station.
Oh yeah.
This is the Barcelona map rules.
That's the rules.
So the reason why is because during my last turn, I completely depleted this station of
You robbed 'em.
passengers. It's completely empty now, and once that happens, you flip it over. Which is really bad for me because I actually have. I'm just going to say this now. I have a scoring card that may or may not have wanted me to
required
connect
that particular-
specifically that type of station to another one. And when you flip it over, it now no longer counts as that specific station. It's still a station. It's a closed one, but I don't get to score
So
that.
it's one of your 4 cards.
Yes.
Right now, the way the game is set up, you can only score 1 card. So maybe that'll be the one like least priority card. for
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
It's a lot of. It takes a lot of passengers for you to be able to score all 4. So maybe I'll just ignore that last one.
Yeah.
Although, if we remember, you can only close 1 station per type. So there is still another type here because
And
you
it's
still need to be able
very
to drop
centrally
off.
located.
Yes. So
Yeah.
we're going to be rushing this station if we want to drop off those sort of lilac passengers. So now, even though we can no longer drop off passengers there, we can still refill it.
Yep.
So passengers and any color can exist on that station now. And because I was the one who closed it, I get a coveted unit extension. So, because I'm going to be dropping off 2 gold robots here, and my drop off right now is only at its base of 1.
Sure.
I'm just going to take one of the silver ones because it does have to match the base robot that's at that
So
action
silver on
slot.
silver. Yeah.
Yes, and then the extension goes there. If I were to place an extension where there are already robots, then I would just move them onto the extension. But also keep in mind that when you take the adjust action, not only can you not adjust the colored commuters, the pretty colored ones, you also cannot move your unit extensions once
Yep.
you place them. All right, so then I have 3 actions. For my first action, I'm going to drop off. I can drop off 2. So I'm going to drop off both of these gold
Yeah.
robots.
Makes
Bloop.
sense.
And now I have to place them. I'm going to go ahead and get started on unlocking my commuter colors.
It's time,
So there are 2 spots here for gold. So I'm just going to go ahead and place them there. And
So that was just 1 action.
that was 1 action. So second action, I'm going to move. So I have to continue moving this way. I'm just going to move 1 space here because I
Okay.
can move up to 2.
Yep.
And then I'm going to drop off. So I have 1 silver
dude.
robot. So I'm going to drop them off there. And I'm going to place this. Let's go with
Yeah,
in the pink
getting
spot
it
here
started,
because
yeah.
if I wanted to unlock the coral colored commuter, I actually have to put a pink passenger there. So it's multi-step.
Yeah, if you didn't notice, the coral and the dark purple one, they're actually worth more points because it requires the pink and the lilac to actually feed in
To unlock
when you're
them.
unlocking.
Yeah. All right. So those were 3 actions, right? I dropped off, moved, drop off. So now it is back to you.
I like your game right now. I'm behind.
Well, I think I have a lot of robots. And just so you know, the tiebreaker, if this game ends in a tie, is whoever has the least number of robots on their board. So
I think having
aim
a
for
lot
that
of robots
tie,
gets you a lot of
maybe.
points. So therefore, it's not. Okay. Okay. So let's lay track before I forget what I'm doing.
Okay.
Time to bring out a straight one.
Uh-oh.
So here's one. Now we've connected into
You're
here.
destroying.
Destroying
Okay, so that's 1. You
One.
can do how many units?
2.
2
So
units.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring this one on down. And let me just confirm. Yeah, that'll be the one I'm putting there. So that's 2 units. That's 1 action.
Okay.
Second action is I have a single unit move. We're just going to go ahead and move. And then third action is I'm going to pick up, and I can only pick up 2 despite me having a capacity of 3.
So
let's
which ones?
go. Let's go silver and the copper.
1 and 1?
1 and 1.
Okay. Silver and copper.
That's it.
All right. Very good. So then it's back to me. I'm going to go for 1. My first action, I'm going to move. So I'm at the end of my line now. I'm going to drop off.
So it's
I'm
1, 2.
dropping off a bronze. And I'm going to go ahead and place...
Lilac time.
Yeah, them there. So now I've unlocked the pink. It's actually pink.
Oh, pink, yeah.
The colors are pink, lilac, coral, and purple. And the reason why that's important is because one of the 4 types of endgame bonus cards we have is specifically pertaining to the types of passengers that you take. It's like 3 points per, I don't know, whatever combination
Whatever it
of
is,
colors
yeah,
you
you'll
take.
see it at the end of the
And
game.
it'll say specifically the color name.
Yep.
And for my third action, I'm just going to move. So this immediately turns around since I'm at the end of my line, and I'm moving 1 space only. I can move up to 2. That is such a wasted unit right there, but that's fine. All right, that's back to you.
Okay, so now because I do have the capacity, I'm going to go ahead and, for 1 action, pick up that silver.
Okay, so
so
now
that's
you have silver, bronze, silver.
action 1. Action 2 is I'm going to continue building track, and I'm getting depleted here on track.
So here?
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and make sure we can scoop myself in here.
Oh, very nice.
So that's 1. I have 1 more point of action with this. My track is kind of all over the place.
Yeah,
I might
was
have
gonna
to
say,
break.
Just so you know, the other one is here.
Yeah, I might have to break.
Okay.
Because I have no business dropping off here yet because
Yeah,
it
that's kind of a
requires so
later-
much.
Yeah.
So I might just break.
It's a painful decision.
It is painful because I have 2 silver, and if I go into here dropping off that copper,
Yeah.
I need to get here quickly, and I need track to be able to do it.
Conundrum.
It is a conundrum. I'm gonna see. I need to know if these connect, so I'm just gonna see if I broke this.
Yeah.
If I eventually got in here, can I do a 1, 2? Is this a thing?
A 1, 2?
No.
No, these are so sharp.
Well, I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Unfortunately not. They have to be, your tracks have to align.
Yeah.
So where did this come from?
1 was in here. There
Okay.
we go. Just
Here
like
you go.
that. Yeah.
So you still have one left, right?
Yeah.
The track management, it's not just resource management, it's track management too, because you have to be mindful of which tracks you're putting out. There is also a bonus card that is like, sometimes they say, have this type of track still in your supply at the end of the game. So
with the second track action, I'm going to break this track.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I need more track, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, it stinks. All right, so that was action 1 and 2. Action 3 is going to be to just move on down to this copper lab.
All right. So you are now ready.
Getting there.
So unfortunately, I think I'm going to take an adjust action
Okay.
because I'm here now, and these 2 commuters are too sweet to pass up. So I'm going to to unlock the lilac commuter.
Yep.
I need to have another copper here,
You do.
and I only have so many copper robots on my board. So I'm going to take the adjust action for my first action to just move 1. And I'm going to take it from capacity.
Yeah, you don't need that much capacity technically. Yep.
I do want that much capacity.
Yeah,
though.
but
so when you
for-
take
yeah,
from
carrying
there,
2.
the rest of them slide down to the left because they always go from left to right, which is fine at least for that spot because they're all wild requirements. And I'm going to go ahead and place this robot here. So now I have unlocked the ability to pick up both of those passengers.
So action 1, adjust.
So action 1 is adjust. Action 2 is going to be pick up, and I can pick up for 2 units. So I'm picking them both up, which closes this station.
Yes.
So we need to remember to close our stations because, again, now there are no more passengers on it.
Yep.
This is a steel station, a factory, and this was a different color. So this does get closed. And now I get to take a unit extension. Oh, I'm going to take another steel one because I had regrets about not
just
having the
did.
capacity, and now I have a capacity base of 2 plus 2 more. So I'm back to my 4. All right. So that was action 1 and 2.
Yep.
And then for action number 3, I'm going to move. And this time I am going to move. Oh, wait, no, I can't. I have to build track.
Yeah, your track is not very expansive.
What are you going to say? Are you going to say
No,
something mean?
I think
My little track here.
yeah, I like my track situation, but
Yeah.
I don't like my ability to get around the tracks.
Okay, well, I'm going to take the track action. And unfortunately, I only have, hold on.
You can adjust again.
I'm not going to adjust again. I'm just going to take the track action for 1 unit and just use it to destroy this track. I'm
Breaking
making
it,
my tiny system, my tiny line, even tinier.
Okay.
All right, those are my 3 actions. Back to you.
All right, action 1, got to drop off this copper.
Okay.
I need something better here.
All right.
I don't like the fact that you're getting on this, but my move is so dang slow right now.
Yeah, and I guess that is important for you because your line is so
My line is so
large.
big, and you just closed off this silver. The
Oh,
steel.
I did.
Yeah, I
I
would
didn't
have.
intend to.
I would have
will
had the
say.
track to build into it. There was a way. I looked at it earlier, and
Yeah. Sorry. I really just wanted to pass the
Yeah.
commuters. I
Yeah.
didn't really think I'm going to close this station.
I
to
know.
block Naveen
I was
from-
debating doing this kind of build right here, so
Okay.
that's not gonna.
So now you got to get yourself
I gotta get myself
all the way back to the last available steel factory.
which is there, which I have a way in,
Mm-hmm.
and I could just turn myself around. So I do have to drop this off. Let's go ahead and just put it on move. And I really wanted to get started on picking up these passengers, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not there yet. So I will now move for 2 because my moved capacity is 2.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go 1, 2,
Okay.
and then my last action is gonna be again. Do I move to pick up the gold? Oh, it's brutal because I can't just turn around.
You can't. Well, yeah, you would have to take your.
Reverse train.
Oh, you don't have a robot in that spot.
Yeah, it's just.
It's tough. Don't do it.
Yeah, I just gotta keep pushing.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the last one is just move twice.
Okay.
Move, and then we are so close to dropping off. I wish I had a third move.
You'll get it there in the next one.
Yep.
All right, back to me. My first action, I'm going to build track. So that 1 unit, I'm building track very slowly, but I guess at least it's better late than never. So this is the end of my line now, right? These 2. So I'm going to build this here, assuming they connect. So this is technically a link. I don't think we've defined a link so far. Links are going to be very important because that's one of the ways you score points at the end of the game. And a link is just a connection between 2 stations, regardless of how many units of track were required to get there. So that was 1 action. Second action is I'm going to move, and this time I am going to move for my 2 units. And then third action is I'm going to pick up. So I'm picking up the other 2 commuters that I have access to. So the other lilac and the other pink. All right.
Full boat, huh?
Full train of
Hate it.
people.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Okay.
We're doing the public a service, really?
I hate it. I'm moving. That's 1.
Okay.
I'm dropping off these 2 silver because I have a double drop off. So
Okay.
let's go ahead and get 1 in this lilac, and then 1 is going to be. Gosh, do I do move?
Well, no. What color does move require?
Move requires gold.
Gold, yeah.
I can't even do that. All right, I'm gonna put it on this coral one.
Okay.
Knowing that I'm gonna try to get not lilac. I keep saying lilac, the pink one. Knowing that is gonna need to feed into this, maybe I can get something like that started. So, okay, so that is move, drop off, and then now I'm gonna adjust.
Okay.
I'm gonna adjust, and I'm gonna
So
take
your
this
adjust is for 1 unit?
1 unit. I'm gonna
Okay.
adjust. I'm taking that 1 unit. I'm gonna slide this capacity down, and I need eligibility here.
There you
I need
go.
the ability to pick up these 2 pink
You've
passengers,
unlocked pink. Congratulations.
and that's all 3 actions.
So now it's back to me. I'm going to build track again, and I'm going to build going towards the station here.
Okay.
So that's my first action. Second action, I'm going to move. And then third action is I'm going to drop off.
Yep.
So I can drop off for 2 units, and this is the lilac. It's a store.
The only store that we have in the game because you closed the first one.
That's right. And just so you know, the lilac commuters represent salespeople, so that's why they're going to the store. So I do have a drop off of 2. So these 2 are going. And where I guess we'll unlock.
Yeah.
We'll unlock purple. Should I start working on another action, an extra action?
You don't want points.
I do want
You don't
points.
want VP cards.
You cannot readjust these.
Yeah, once you set them up.
So that's the scary part. Let's go with points
Okay.
because why not? And that's it. Those are all my actions.
Okay, for me, I am going to do some picking up. So my capacity is now 2, unfortunately. This stinks. This really stinks. So I'm going to pick up these 2 pink.
Okay.
I'm going to pick up the 2. They're going in the train. We're moving for the second action, and I'm going to drop off the pink.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. So now I have the ability to pick up the coral, which is good. And then I can do, oh gosh, this is that moment that we're talking about.
Do you want the extra action or do you want
I'll put
points?
them over here. All
Okay.
right, knowing that this is going to be worth something. So if I can fill this out, that'll be good for me because I have a lot of links.
Okay. Well, it's super tempting to pick up that pink commuter.
But
I think I'm just going to build track. This is so annoying right now. The decision as to whether I
you're
should
going
adjust.
all this untapped potential.
I guess so. I don't know. I
Okay.
just want to. That's my first action.
Sure.
Second action, I'm going to move, and I'm just going to pick up a bunch of pink.
1, 2, 3.
So this is my third action. Fill in with pink commuters. It's pink time.
All right.
They're professionals.
Pros.
Pink professionals. All right, back to you.
All right. Well, this gold is like slim pickings, but the problem is now I have the coral ability here, and there's 2 coral out there. I think I got to go pick up the coral, unfortunately. So I'm gonna go 1 move,
Okay.
2 pick up. There we go, 2 pick up, and then now I'm at the end of my track, so I can technically move back, and I have a move capacity of 2. So we are gonna go. Ooh, that is gold, right? My capacity stinks. It's just 2 each.
There's always some action that is aggravating for you. Mine is the track action, and yours is the capacity.
It is.
So.
Gosh. All right, that's fine. We're gonna go 1, 2.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I have to take a frustrating turn as well because of my track limitation here. I'm basically gonna build 2 tracks.
2
That's
single
2
tracks.
separate actions.
Action, move. What are you doing? Like build,
Yeah.
and then move to it?
Yeah. Let me just see if this is a thing. I
Straight
can't really
line bend.
visualize it. Straight line.
Yeah.
And then is it this kind of bend?
Yeah.
Am I right? Okay.
Yeah. So that's action 1, action 2, laying the
Yes.
2 tracks,
And then
you're
3
moving it.
is I'm just moving over here.
What's your drop off ability too? So
Yeah,
you have to take 2
so-
actions to drop off?
Yes,
Okay.
but at least it'll be
pretty dominant.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, my turn again. So for 1 action, I'm going to be moving 2 units. 1, 2.
Okay.
Now I'm on the coral space. I can do a double drop. We have the double coral coming off. Oh, do I do it? There's not enough pinks
You
out
sure
there.
you don't want
You
the
robbed all the
extra
pinks.
points?
I do want the extra points. 2 VP.
2 VP.
2 VP. I don't know how I'm doing. I'm gonna do this. I think I'm just gonna pick up. This is a gold, correct?
That is
This looks like gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not allowed or eligible to pick them up, but I'm just 1 away from dropping them off simply.
Yeah.
So,
That is nice.
all right, that's me.
All right, time to drop off. So I have a capacity of 2 drop offs per action. So I'm just going to drop them off for the first 2 actions. Can you pass me?
So drop.
Yeah.
This is so many pink people.
Pinks, come to me.
Go away.
So I'm definitely going to fill this.
Yeah, that's a lot of
column
points.
because I have a lot of pink commuters.
People's
I have a lot of professionals
pros.
in my area here, and then I'm going to be able to try to unlock the coral.
Ooh, I'm trying to dominate the coral. You have all the other dominations.
You have other. What about lilac? Don't ignore the other colors.
I'm dying here.
Lilac purple. All right, those are 2 actions. For my third action, I'm going to pick up. So I can pick up 2 units here, and let's go with the. Oh wait, you did say that this is a bit of low-hanging fruit here, but yeah, let's go ahead and take the lilac. Why wouldn't I do that? Right?
Yeah, these are the purple, not the lilac, right?
Oh, sorry. No, those are lilac. Those are lilac.
Oh, you have lilac here.
Oh,
so it's a very, we have a prototype.
That's why
here.
they're screen printed,
Yep,
so
yep.
that you can kind of tell the difference. The purple ones, which are the ones that I picked up,
They have like a
are
chef's
artists.
outfit. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
All artists.
So they go to the studio. That's why they have like this the spot
Apron.
thing. Yeah, and I do have the ability to pick them up. So, all right, that is me.
Okay, so I'm going to move.
Okay.
Single move. 1. Drop off gold. 2.
Okay. Where to?
I
Weren't
don't
you
know.
saying mean things about your capacity?
Capacity is a problem, but I think moving, my ability to just move around and move does need gold.
Okay.
Because I have this huge track, it's
Yeah.
taking so long just to get where I need to go. The unfortunate thing is I'm going to now do a single pickup of this coral. It's bad. It's not good. Don't play like me. Play like Monique.
Well, you're taking all the coral.
Yeah.
That's not going to be great
You
for
took
me.
all the pink.
Eventually. All right. Well, I am just going to shimmy back over with a move.
Single, double.
Single move.
Okay, one.
I can move up to 2, but
Okay.
I'm just moving there because I want to drop off these 2 fine
2.
folk. So I'm dropping them off for 2. That's my second action, right?
Yep.
So these are purple.
You want to unlock bonus cards? You're
What do I
2/3
wanna
of the
do?
way there to a bonus card if you do it.
That's true.
It's all wild. You don't have to do like one of each.
Yeah. This
I debated doing it, honestly.
This
Yeah.
decision is so tough, but you're right.
Yeah.
You are right. Let's get the bonus cards going because
Yeah.
I don't want to just score 1.
Yeah, I know. It makes sense.
And then for my third action,
So you have to continue this way.
I do, but there are passengers there that I can pick up. So I'm going to pick them up because it closes this station
Yes, it does close that station.
because it's the first purple.
That's good.
So I close that and I get
Another one of those
a
things.
unit extension. What did I was complaining about tracks. I should probably just take that. Yeah, I'm going to take this. This is the last of the steel type. And now I have 2 base units of track. All right.
So that's 1, 2, 3.
3 actions. Back to you.
All right. Well, I'm moving.
You're moving.
I'm dropping.
Okay.
And now I've unlocked this right here. So now every coral is going to score me 3 VP at the end of the game.
Okay, so you're going to try to take them all, I see.
And it's right there. So now I'm going to continue my move as the rules state. And
As
I'm gonna
the
do that.
rules state.
And maybe I'll close my very first station.
Okay. How many actions was that?
It was move, drop, move.
Well, maybe I'll try to get there first. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Good luck. Definitely not possible, but
All right, for my first action, I am actually going to adjust
Okay.
because I want to be able to pick up that last coral since Naveen is sort of rushing to them all.
no more coral.
No more coral. I have to move a steel robot though, and I don't really have many. I have this one. I have the extra actions ones, and then I have the ability to move, which is going to be very painful if I do that. But you know what? That is a future me problem. So I'm going to adjust for 1, and now I can pick up that coral.
So that's one action.
That's 1 action.
You're gonna move
Second
to go
action,
pick
I'm
up.
going to move. Third action, I am going to pick them up because I'm scared. Now,
got a
this does
little-
not close this station.
No.
Because I've already closed 1
Yep.
of the other type.
Good memory.
We haven't been refilling, by the way. We do have the ability to refill stations
Why would you do that though?
because there are other. There are only
There are
a
other
few
commuters.
More, there are actually only a few more in the bag. There's not really that many in this game because we started with so many already on the board. But in the base game or on other maps, then that might be a better
you wanna
action
do.
to take. Yeah. All right, back to you.
All right, I'm here. Pick up. Very simple. Pick up. I don't even have to put them in the train because I'm going to move for my second one, and I'm going to drop off. And then
Okay.
because I did that, this closes here.
Yes.
Uh,
so this actually happens when you pick up.
Right.
So let's rewind that a little bit. You went too fast. So pick up was 1 action.
Pick up.
You close the station.
Close them.
So go ahead and
Do something.
take a unit extension.
Okay. I think move has been a big issue.
Okay.
The problem is I'm just. But
Well, now with move,
yeah, now with move I can do
you
this.
can
I can
you can do a little bit more
Look at that.
leaping
That's
there.
a lot of movement. But the
Okay.
problem is like when you have to pick up one guy, you have to stop your movement.
Yeah, then don't pick up one guy.
Well,
Just
there's
leave the guy.
they're all just ones now. That's the problem.
All right, so you did 1 action,
One action.
second action, and now you're dropping this
Now I'm
off.
dropping these 2
So
off.
where you wanna put 'em?
You know, bonus cards. I talked you into it. Why not
Mm-hmm.
talk myself into it? So each one of these coral though is worth 1, 2, 3 for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting 15 points out of just the coral alone.
Yeah,
That
that's
seems
nice.
pretty good. So that's it for me.
All right, time to drop off. So I'm dropping off this lilac commuter, and I'm going to place them there. Might as well. That's 1 action. Second action is for my second action, I'm just going to move 1 space, and then I'm just going to drop off the coral. The 1 coral who I'm not going to waste there. Oh, well, I have to if I want to score an additional point per link. You know what I mean?
Get rid of it. Waste it.
It's not a waste.
I know,
It's
it's-
just I have so many links. This is
Yeah.
my only opportunity to do this now that Naveen has taken all of the corals. I don't know if there are
did.
any in the bag, but
You can see the distribution of
Let's see.
in the bag. So do you want to see it? Yeah.
oh, should I just take them all out?
There's 7 in the bag. We know that
There's
from
only
setup.
7 in the bag.
Yeah.
No.
Coralless.
Naveen, you coral stealer, you coral thief.
Yes.
Oh well. then that is definitely reaffirming my decision to place it there.
Okay.
Because this is going to be my only additional bonus VP per link. All right. I think that was it, right? I dropped off, moved, dropped off.
Okay, well, I have a lot of move. Ineligible to pick up basically all of these people here because of the decisions I've made throughout the course of the game.
Okay.
So let's just say bye and just shoot on by.
Bye.
4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I did a 4 move.
Okay.
Goodbye, good riddance to those people.
You got to adjust.
I'm probably going to try to pick up a bunch of these people right here. Copper, gold, copper.
Okay.
And our copper double gold, and then try to make something happen because now I can start picking up with those people.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick up for 1,
Okay.
just this one person. Then I'm going to move again.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3.
Very nice. Back to me. I'm going to pick up this. Oh, hold on. Yes. There was an order of things. I wanted to pick them up so I could close this station, but I wouldn't have been able to drop off that coral, the coral computer there. So I'm going to pick up, and now it closes the station.
Okay.
So the embassy, one of the embassies have closed. I'm going to take a unit extension. And there are no bonus cards that came extra with this map. So it's not like there are any bonus cards relating to these extensions. But I will take the last gold, and I'm going to place it in a refill station here. Just to see, so that I don't have to move all the way over here to pick up more stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So that was one action, right? For my second action, I'm going to move and then drop off.
Yep.
I guess I'll drop off this gold robot. Boom. And I'm going to place them in move.
Yep.
So now I can move up to 2 spaces.
Very
All right,
good.
back to you.
All right, so I gotta plan out because I have the 4 capacity to move. This is gonna be a wasted move. So do I pick up the gold now? Yes, I think I have to pick them up now. So it's 1,
Okay.
2.
Wait. You close that station.
Yeah, I closed that one. Oh yeah, I do.
The first
That's kind of nice.
first pink.
Yeah.
So one action.
And then I'll take one of these, which is bronze.
Yeah, where are
or
you
the
going to put
copper.
it? Adjust or pick up?
Pick up. There's like very little people out there, which kind of stinks.
Adjust
Unless
is
you-
nice. Being able to adjust base for 2.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I see the flexibility with that.
The
so
appeal.
Might as well go for it.
All right.
Okay, so that was 1,
And 2 because
2.
you moved.
Yep. 3 will be dropping off
The copper.
copper. So
Okay.
then now this one will go here.
All right.
Important.
Making your way to unlock that.
It's not good though. I don't know. There's not that many left.
There's not that many left, but I think it's back to me, right?
Yep.
I'm going to start by refilling the station.
Okay.
So I refill with 2.
Now, if you pull out a gold,
2 units.
you're not allowed to put it there. You just set it aside, and then you keep drawing.
Keep drawing. So here are the 2. Ah,
Copper, silver.
stinky.
Not what you're looking for?
I want
They're
to
usable. Yeah.
All right.
Done?
No.
Okay.
That
Sorry.
was my first action.
Felt so much.
Then I will pick up for 2. So I'm going to pick up the other purple, and let's just go steel.
Okay.
I guess we can go steel. So I did refill, pick up, and then I'm going to build track. This is a tough
call, skis.
tough call because these 2 are not in service anymore. And it's true, I don't want to keep on moving this way, but at the same time, they're 2 links. I don't know how soon the game is going to end. It's almost over. But I think I'll break
time.
them down. So
Flexibility.
this is the end of my line, which is why I broke down these 2 tracks.
Yep.
All right, those are 3 actions. Back to you.
Man, do I adjust into this? But so
The decisions are really tough right now.
they are.
We're in a race. This is the last part of the game is a big.
Yeah, the
Sweaty
map is
race.
so wide like this.
Yeah,
so
it's
once
long.
you
It's
build
long
out,
ways,
you're
right?
like, ugh, I gotta go. Well, no matter what, I gotta pick up this gold, right? Like that has to happen. So that's 1.
Okay.
I don't think I can adjust into picking up the purple painter.
Okay.
It's just no, I can't. I physically cannot because I need a lilac to go here. So don't do that. Okay, so I'm gonna go 1, move, and then I'm gonna take double track action here, and now I'm gonna break this as 1,
Okay.
and then I have a second track action that I can do.
So second track unit. This is your
Unit.
3rd action.
This is my 3rd action,
Okay.
correct? Yeah, and I'm just gonna go like this.
Okay, interesting.
So I think you can see kind of what I'm doing with
You're
those
trying to go there.
gold people. Yeah.
You're going to pick up the rest of the commuters.
Yeah.
That is not great for me. But it's back to me for my first action. I'm going to break this and then build it. Seeing as this still counts as a station, just not a station of a particular color. Oh, that has to be straight. Let's just go like this.
Okay.
So that's 1, 2, right? Oh, it just cost me additional move. Let's save some time. I'm just gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring it this way, like that. And does it have to be this? Oh, no, it has to be the tight one. This one.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. And
Perfect.
the reason why is because I don't have a lot of units on my move action.
Yeah, that was good.
So I broke one.
Oh, that was good.
And built one
Yeah.
for my first action. I built another, and I'm going to build another. That's
Look
my
at
second
you.
action. And then
Weaving.
for my third action, I'm going to move. So, well,
So because you did that, you have to continue now the track this way.
yeah.
That's the rules.
But it's the same amount of unit action economy. I realized that I can move up to 2 spaces. So if I want to end here anyway, then I might as well build into this station
For another link.
for another link. Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
So let's just
You're
take that back.
undoing that, but yeah,
Yeah, but the same amount.
same amount of doings.
Of doings.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go like
Yeah, that's good.
that.
That's
All
good.
right. Now for my third action, I will move 2 spaces. So 1.
So same result where you end up, but you just wanted to create one more link.
One
'cause
more
it's
link.
One more point.
Because it's an additional point. Exactly. All right. Back to you.
Okay, this station here
Yeah.
is a problem. It's a problem.
It's like the one that we're both.
It's a
drooling
problem
over.
because all I have is 2 tight turns.
Yeah.
And they don't line up with my track here. And if I want to get in and out by picking up these 2 pink commuters,
Yeah.
I can't go in and then lay a second track on top of itself. So
Right.
I'd have to go in a long way and then get out a long way.
Or
Dang.
you can go there,
Mm-hmm.
go back, break those track, and then turn around and go there. I know. I closed the ideal location for pink.
For
but
pink, yeah.
I guess that's the Barcelona map.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to have to break track. Unfortunately,
Okay.
I'm going to break this. So I'm going to go 1 break.
Okay.
Oh, man. Track is so important here. So I'm just going to break only 1 because my track ability is
2 units.
2 units.
Okay,
So it's
second unit.
1 action, 2.
So that's 1 action.
1 action. Action 2 is going boom, boom.
Okay.
So the reason why I didn't want to break another one errantly is so that I don't have to do a 3rd track action.
Oh, I
right?
see. Okay.
So then now it's going to be move.
Nice. You've made it.
Oh my
You
gosh.
done did it.
Ugh.
All right. Back to me. Let's drop off these purple people
Okay.
at the studio. So drop off was for 2 units here. I'm going to place this person here now.
Solid.
Just so I can unlock that second bonus VP card, and then I'll put that one there. So I can earn an additional VP per link. Then, I guess I'll just move first. So this is action 2, and then action 3 I will pick up knowing your big plans over
Yeah,
here, I'm
yeah.
going to use that 3rd action to refill the station.
Totally, yeah.
So
What do you got,
I was
2?
disappointed with my last refill.
So any silver does not go on there.
Yes,
But
any
I'm
steel.
assuming there's a bunch of lilac.
I'm assuming so too. Aha! The jackpot.
1
So
lilac, 1
lilac,
painter.
one
Purple painter.
Yeah, purple painter. Okay, there you go.
Again, the game ends when these colored
The commuters.
yeah.
Are no longer on the board at the end of a player's
Yeah,
turn.
so not the robots.
Yes, but you finish out the turn so that players have an equal number of turns. You finish out that round, you play another one. So
Right.
there is some time.
Okay, so I'm going to drop off these 2 gold. Definitely want to drop off gold into here, so now I have the ability to pick up that person there.
lilac.
Yeah.
Okay.
My capacity is an issue here, so I'm going to go ahead and drop this one into capacity. I'd
Okay.
like to pick up all 4 of these people. Well, actually, I don't technically need the copper, so my capacity is okay. So I'm going to take an adjust as my second action.
Okay.
So I'm going to adjust my move. Oops. And
Your move?
my move, yeah. And then I need silver I need to do a lot of track stuff right now. This is tough. So I pick up 2. So I've picked up 1 from move and 1 from drop off, unfortunately. That kind of stinks, but I'm going to put it on track.
Okay.
And then from move, I'm going to put it on pickup.
All right.
Because is that bronze? Is that gold? What am I-
For pickup,
Yeah.
that's all copper.
Oh, that's all copper? Okay, then sorry, I picked up the wrong one. I'll pick up the copper one from my move.
Okay, yeah, because the extensions are wild.
Wild, yeah. Here we go.
Very
so this
nice.
one's going to go onto here. So that was action 2. So it was drop off the 2 gold, adjust, and then now I can pick up 3 with 3 capacity. So I have pink, and now I'm eligible for that lilac.
Very nice.
So we're getting moving a little bit, ever so slightly.
That's great.
Yeah. So they're all in here. That's my actions.
Those are all your 3 actions?
Those are my 3 actions,
All right, so now it goes back to me. I'm going to drop off first this steel while I can, and I'm going to place it on track.
Yeah.
Just in case I need that
Build and break.
additional units. So that's action 1. Action 2. I think for action 2 and 3, I'm just going to pick up. So I'm picking up the...
You can just pick up everybody, right?
Yeah.
Your capacity is 4?
My capacity is 4, and my pickup is 2, and I have access to these colors. So,
Okay.
All right, back to you.
Okay, so I could either mess around here and try to deal with the pink, or I know I'm on the hook for that over there. Oh. because I have so much move ability, I should probably just move over there, get it all done, and then come back and finish off at pink, right?
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to do that. Yeah, so I'm going to move. So we're turning the train around. We're going to go, I have 3 move. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
That's 1 action. I can drop off only 1 single.
So I might as well drop
drop them off now. And so I'm going to go ahead and just plop this in here before I make a big mistake.
Okay.
So that way I can score another card.
A bonus card.
So that's action 2.
Okay.
And then action 3 is I'm just going to move again. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I got around the board pretty quick.
Yeah, your tracks were good for you in the end. So that was you move, drop off, move.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to move. So I'm at the end of my line. So I reverse immediately. Move. I will drop off, I guess, right?
Yeah. This is interesting because this one is just sitting out there all lowly. And I don't have the ability to break track there.
I do. Wait, let me not move.
Yeah, it's on you to end it.
Let me go back there. I'm going to build track.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yep.
1 there.
Yeah.
And then I can build up to 2 units. So does this, please tell me this fits. I don't know if this is going to fit, but this is the other end of my line here.
Straight
can you
line.
put this straight
I think
there?
You're good. I think you're good.
Yeah?
Oh, definitely
nice.
good. Like,
beautiful.
Extremely good.
All right, so that's track. Now I'm going to move, and I have to continue moving here now.
Correct.
And I will, I can't pick them up.
You can't pick them up.
That's so funny.
So you built it a little early. Do you want to undo that turn?
No, I don't want to undo that turn.
Okay.
I will, I can adjust because I can technically have a capacity of 5. I just wouldn't be able to hold technically in the train, but I'm going to take the adjust action.
Solid.
And I'm going to move this steel from track.
Yeah.
I'm abandoning track. I'm not going to build anymore.
Because of this Barcelona expansion, you have the extra capacity.
Right.
Even though the trains can really only hold 4, you can
hold 5.
take the 5 with it.
Yeah, but those are my 3.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So,
all right, back to
So
you.
is this now in your train? Not yet.
No, I haven't picked
You
them
adjusted.
up yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here, so I'm going to pick up 1.
Okay.
There's no closing of this, and then I'm going to go with my second action. It's going to be move. So this track is dead here, so I don't move along this track. So I'm actually turning around. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. That's my second action, and then the person I just picked up is going to be dropped off right over there.
Nice. What was the last? Oh, this is the last station type that we didn't close. How funny. There's just one
Bail on it.
lowly robot.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put it right here.
All right, back to me. I'm picking up. So this is a theoretical 5th capacity. I'm just going to put them here. They don't belong to me quite yet. Then I'm going to move. So I'm at the end of my line, which means I go back. 1, 2, and then I'm going to drop off for 3. So this is technically a purple.
Yep.
Along with this one. So I'm dropping them both off together. And I will place them both here.
Yeah.
Just for the... Oh, wait. But I could feel this.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh.
You definitely want to do that.
Yeah, maybe that's better. 6 points. I don't know how much another card would have scored me.
I mean, you dominated that. I did nothing with it. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll just keep them there. So that was my second action. Right? I picked up.
You definitely moved.
Oh, wait. I think I picked up first, right?
Yes, because you adjusted to make it to 5. You picked up that last lowly.
Yes.
And then
I moved. And then I dropped them off. So that's it.
That's it, yeah.
That's it.
Okay, so now I'm on the hook for getting these pink people over there. So I should probably break track first before I move. So, okay, I'm going to break this whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so it's 2 actions.
So it's going to take 2 actions. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3.
That's your first action.
4.
So you have 2 more units of your second action.
Yeah, and the
to
reason
build.
why I have to do this is because I would have 1 into the station and 2 out.
Okay.
And there's no other way to really get there without doing something inefficient.
Okay.
And all the other tracks I have are just straights. So even if I wanted to get out of here, I can't.
But it's important to remember you have 2 more units of your second action to build track.
Correct, yeah.
So
now's that time. So we are going to go, well, let's go straight.
okay.
Ah.
So that's 1
1, 2.
and 2.
So that was the second action.
Yeah. So 1 more action.
1 more action. All right. So we are going to go 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So
Yikes.
you're going to drop them off on your next action, which means I have 2 actions left because I started the game.
Yeah. And you're the end game trigger.
Oh no, I'm going to be the end
You're
game
triggering
trigger.
the end
so
game.
I still have a little bit more time. I will determine when the game ends, which means I can refill the station. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take action number 1 to refill the station. And the reason why is I know that there are pretty much only lilacs when we looked in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just do it. I'm just going to take my chances just to be able to fit another commuter in there.
Non-lilac, go.
Lilac and steel.
1 lilac, 1
One
steel.
lilac,
Oh,
one
that's
steel.
good,
That's fine.
Okay.
I was being selfish.
You were.
So that's action 1. Action
2 is picking up
2.
that.
Well, or you know what? Let's not get greedy.
Okay.
I should save some of my action economy. So it's action 1.
Mm-hmm.
2 will be to pick up. I can pick up for 2, so I might as well pick up whatever's on the way. Is this gold?
Gold. You love gold?
I guess.
Take it.
Yeah.
It's free.
Let's take the gold. So capacity of 5.
5.
So that was 2 actions, and then 3 will just be to move 2, because I can only move 2.
Okay.
All right, back to you.
Well, let's go ahead and do some drop skis.
Okay.
So we're going to drop these 2 off.
Okay.
Okay, 1 action. I can drop off 1. I can only drop off 1.
So
1, 2.
2 actions.
Okay. Yikes. 1, 2. I might as well build some links out here because they're worth points. So
Okay.
I'm going to go with my third action.
This has to be, it can't be a tight.
It cannot be a tight. Oh, it has to be a soft bend like this.
Yeah.
So let's go like that.
Okay.
Boom. And then I will go, I think I can do this. So I have 3 action points on this one. So it's going to be
So
this.
3 units for this 1 action. And then this has to be a tight
Tight
curve.
bend. Yeah, which I think I have here. Perfect.
Okay, so it's
we go.
1 action.
Yeah, so that was it. So it was drop off, because
Oh,
I
and
did the
then
whole
build.
adjust. Yeah.
Okay.
And then build.
All
my
right, so
track.
this is going to be quick. Drop off this
1.
gold who I will place in drop off
Okay.
so that I can drop off all 3 of these lilacs. So move 1, 2, and then drop off all 3.
Boom. 1, 2,
So
3.
I'm going to go 1,
Yikes.
2, 3. So this, you have 2 more turns until the end of the game.
Well, you have this pink still?
I know, so I'm going to
so
end the
you're
game
telling
when
me that.
on my next turn.
How much move do you have? 1, 2, 3.
I only have 2, so it's going to take me 2 actions.
Oh, I see.
It's going to take me that whole turn to drop off the pink commuter.
I see. All right. I'll do. I'll just start building some links then. We're gonna go for 1 action. 1,
Yeah,
2, and a 3.
nice.
That's 1. And
You
then
don't have to take all your actions. It's up to 3,
yeah.
by the way. So if you feel like you're just done, you can just be done.
Well, I might as well do another link for a second action.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
I only have 1 tile left.
that's good.
That is good. Yeah, I wish I could do this, huh? But I have
Why
1
don't you pick up those robots?
Well, that was 1. Now I can pick them up. Yep.
That was 2.
Oh, and 2. Yeah.
Those
But
are 2 actions.
I can pick up the robots. Silver. So I'm actually going to take 1 action back. I'm not going to build this.
Okay.
I'm not going to build this at all. So I have
What? You have 2 more actions.
2 more actions.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pick up, my capacity is 3. So I'm going to pick up 1 silver, 1 copper.
Okay.
Let's just put them upside down. Actually, I'll do this.
Robots. Do you not treat them with
go.
respect because they're robots?
And then.
Oh my gosh.
So that was action 1.
2.
2, sorry.
Action 2.
2, and then we're going to go 3 here.
Okay, yeah, you should
we
drop off those robots. All right, back to me, and I'm gonna do the thing that I said. So I have to move twice. So, oops, yeah, 1, 2, and then my
1,
second
2.
action to move over there. And I'm just gonna drop off this.
Okay, so you
Computer.
triggered endgame there?
I have triggered the end of the game, let me just place this here.
Okay.
And again, that is because no more commuters specifically, which are these 4 colors, exist on the board at the end of a player's turn.
That's now.
Because I was the start player, then we finish out the round. So Naveen gets 1 more turn, and then we play 1 more.
One more.
Each.
Okay.
So there you go. You have that much
I think
time.
I know what I need to do. So I'm just gonna drop off for 1 action. So I have a card that might want me to have more silver right now. So I'm just gonna drop off 1 copper because my drop off capacity is only 1.
Okay.
Well, how many actions am I gonna get here? Because I get to go
6 actions.
6 actions, so I can go 1, 2, and then move. Okay, I can drop them both off. So I'll drop them both off. 1, 2. So then we are going to go ahead and just boost up my move, and it really doesn't matter. So
Your drop off.
my drop off. Oh yeah, that's right. It's wild.
It's wild. The first spot is wild.
What am I thinking?
If you want to be able to pick up that
yeah.
steal, which is what I'm
that's
assuming you're doing.
1, 2, and then upside down guy.
Yeah,
1,
that's
2,
what I was saying.
3.
3.
There we
Okay.
go. Oh, he's laying down now.
All right. Back to me for my final turn. I really don't. I mean, I guess I could build track because I still have some track left. It's really just going to be to this station here. So what can we do with it, Naveen?
Well, you can build. Let's see. You can build into this lab also.
I've already built into it. I can't build back into
sorry,
it.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
So
Yeah, you can do like a bend and then like a solid, and then you can solid out this way. Oh no, you can't because
I've already built into it. Yeah. So I'm gonna go straight. So 1,
tight bend, straight
bend, and straight.
So that's 2 actions.
That
you
was
only have 2 track
actions.
abilities.
Yes. I'm just gonna end there.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep it at 2 actions. So that's back to you for your final turn.
All right, final turn.
Time to end the game.
I'm picking up 1. We are gonna. They're just. It's a double decker. Then we're gonna go move 1, 2.
Yeah.
And then dropping off these 2 silver gents.
Okay.
Right wherever they. Oh, let's just.
It doesn't matter where they go now.
Here and here.
All right.
Why not? There we go.
That is it. We have reached the end of the game. So now we are going to score points. And we didn't really go over final scoring in detail during the overview, but it's basically going to be for the commuters we picked up, 1 bonus card, and then whatever we've unlocked in those departments. So the base game comes with a handy dandy score sheet, which we will be using today. So first things first, we are going to score points for the commuters that we picked up, as well as any bonus victory points if you were able to fill that specific commuter colors column.
Yeah.
So starting with pink, they are base 1 victory point, and then I also unlocked the 1 victory point extra per pink.
Solid.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2 is 10. For lilac, same thing. I unlocked that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 2 is 12. For coral, it's just 2 points because I did not unlock that. Naveen took all the coral.
Yeah.
It's nice for you.
You took
and then
all
this
the
one,
lilac.
this one I did
purple.
unlock.
Yeah.
So it's 3 victory points for each of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 3 is 18.
That's a solid number.
All right.
It's way better than my score here. So I did not unlock the pink. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 in pink.
Okay.
Only have a double lilac. So that's 2.
Okay.
So it's really bad. But the coral, I did get 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 15.
Okay.
And then the painters, we don't even have to worry about.
No purple.
No purples.
Okay. Next, we score our links. So again, a link is a connection between 2 stations, regardless of the number of tracks.
Okay.
It's going to be base 1 victory point per link, plus an additional 1 if you fill a row. So up to total of 4.
So
multiplier.
yours are going to be 2.
2 points per link.
So let's count yours. So it's 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes. So 10 times 2.
It sounds like 20.
So 20.
Yeah.
And you?
Well, I didn't. I had it going early, but then so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9.
9.
Okay. And finally, we score our bonus victory point cards. Now, again, we were given 4 of them at the start of the game. If you've never played the base game before, there are 4 different categories of goal cards. You have for the different connections.
Yeah.
And for these cards specifically, these closed stations no longer count
They
as
were
those
very
specific
rough.
ones.
I had this right here. It was the very first link I built in the game, and it closed. So
that is
in Barcelona with closing of the stations, these become a little
more
difficult.
I closed closed my first one. Mine is for labs connected to the stores, and that was the first station I closed.
Closed, yeah.
So I'm basically not going to score that.
Yeah.
And then we have the other ones are for your board, the filled passengers of your board, the sets of commuters you pick up, and then the different tracks that you use.
Nice.
Sometimes you'll score points for having some of them left in your supply, but I have the ability to score 3 of them.
Okay, which one do you want to score first?
And they score 15 victory points max.
Yeah, you
by the
cannot
way.
go more than that.
Let's just score. I'm just going to go in order, I guess. So this first one is 2 points per curved tile that's directly connected to a station. And curved track tiles, they must be part of a completed track unit.
Okay, so like this one, like 1.
That's
me,
Blue.
but
Yes,
yeah.
yes. So let's just start from the end here. It has to go directly into a station. So this curve, even though I used it, unfortunately, it doesn't count.
I see.
So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6,
6, 7.
7.
So I get, it's 2 points per.
Yeah.
So it's 14 points for that. Then I score 3 points per set of pink and coral commuters, which is why I was so annoyed.
I didn't know you had
Naveen
that.
taking them. Oh well. So I have
get
one
one set.
set.
3
for
points.
3 points. And then my third card is 3 points per filled passenger VP's player board sections. So I have 3 of them for 9.
So that's rows and columns. Is that what it is?
No, it's just the passenger.
Oh, the passenger, just the columns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's good.
Yeah, 3 each. Yeah, the columns. So
So
so 9 points.
definitely justifiable.
All right. And you were able to score 3 of them?
Yeah. So I have this one. So it kind of hurt every time you laid track. 1 tile that does not overlap the other. Like
1 point per tile that does not overlap other tiles.
So all my tiles out there, every time you would build over mine, it's like, there's a point. There's a point. There's
you
a
built
point.
out so much track,
I
though.
did. That's why I was building out a lot of track.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11 points.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why when you started going this way, I'm like,
Yeah.
you sure you want to go like this way? Like, okay.
That's so funny.
So that's that. So
Okay.
The next one is, 2 points per sets of robots. So every single unique one. So let's
Okay.
see what my lowest common.
Yeah. What your
thing is.
limiting factor?
My limiting factor. So let's go with copper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 copper.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 silver, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gold.
So gold is limiting
So
factor.
6 times 2
So 12
would be
points.
12 points.
Very nice.
Okay, and then this one right here.
That's a good last turn for you.
Yeah, this one right here, it says 5 points per empty link VP. So I do not want my links to be filled out. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, so 15 points.
Yeah, so we're assuming because you did not complete them.
Correct,
Right?
yeah.
That would be.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic. Wow.
There we go.
You benefited so much from doing nothing.
From not taking the purples.
Just kidding.
So by not taking the purples, I knew I couldn't do this.
Yeah,
so then it's like,
yeah.
well, that's going to score into that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, there
Math?
you go. I'm
Math
just going
time?
to go ahead and do some math, and I'll get back to you with our final scores. All right. The final scores are in, and they are me with 88 to Naveen with 68.
Oh, I thought those
Sorry.
cards were doing good.
Yeah, you
68.
encountered a tough start there.
I overexpanded myself early on, and then I found myself without the proper track type. So then it's like, wait, I need to finish off going over there. Oh no. And then I couldn't clear out stations
Yeah.
to make actions that much better.
I think you could also have chosen better for your initial placement.
Yeah,
you're
yeah. You had a nice little
realizing.
quick loop to just like enhance everything.
Yeah.
And then go and spread from there.
I mean, I guess-
spread and then I tried to
I guess had we
condense.
noticed that sooner, you could have built to that loop and then started competing for those robot resources.
You know, I got very the card that I didn't score.
Yeah.
The one that said connect a lab to an office. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I can do that right away.
Oh.
But I forgot like these stations are going to close, and now this is not going to score anymore.
And you can't anticipate which ones are
one?
going to close. So,
So
that's
my
kind
initial
of the-
placement was based off of the card
Yeah.
that I chose not to score at the end of the game. So
interesting.
yeah, so it just kind of like I was like, that was a mistake. So but
it's
yeah.
one of those games where you don't really know how you're gonna do. It's
Yeah.
like the actions, the the experience kind of unfolds as you play it with the,
Yep.
the little micro decisions that everybody makes around the table, right?
Yeah. And then like as
So-
much as like I built out that whole way, and on the very next turn you close that silver station, I'm like, well, I got to go all the way back to the other one. So
That's
things
kind of
like
the
that,
thing about the Barcelona map. Like the rules changes are pretty minute. Like it's just a few unit extensions and the fact that stations start on the board and you can close them. But
Yep.
they actually make a really big impact on how the game plays out and just sort of the decisions that you make along the way.
Yeah, and
So-
because it's so horizontal, you have to break track when it's like, I don't want to break this track over
Yes,
here, but I
yes.
guess I have to, and then I'll rebuild it later on in the game. So.
Right. And there really are no true rules changes for higher player counts. There are differences in the amounts of passengers that you play with. But other than that, like this board is going to remain the same size. So with higher player counts, you will have more snaking
More
track.
weaving,
And
yeah.
by the way, we chose to place this extender part of the board down here for space saving purposes, but it's technically a puzzle piece that fits above the board.
Yep.
So in that kind of
Just a heads up.
aesthetic fashion. Well, there you go. That was the Barcelona map. And we're actually going to be back in about a week or so to play another map from Volume 2, which is specifically the Chicago map. So if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see how that one plays, feel free to check that one out as well.
Now, again, these maps are currently on Kickstarter. Again, Maglev Metro came out back in 2021, so the base game is in retail. So if you're interested in the campaign or the other maps, there's a link in the description which you can check out. Thank you all so much for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please consider subscribing.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Bye.